Hey guys, it's Anaris, and I am here to bring you a quick tutorial about how to accomplish a gold rating in the challenges, which are part of the single player for Starcraft 2. So what you do to access these challenges, just click single player and click that challenges button like I just did a second ago. That'll bring you to this menu right here, where it has three sets of challenges: basic, advanced, and expert. And you can click on each one to see what they cover. This one pretty much just covers basic unit management and counters. The advanced one here is pretty much just kind of kill as many units as possible within a certain amount of time. I think this one is to just live as long as possible. And we have here expert. This one is for hotkey usage. Make sure that you know your hotkeys before you start this one. For Protoss. Protoss hotkeys, learn them, good times. Okay, so this one right here covers build order for Terran, and this one covers how to defend against a Protoss and a Zerg rush. This right here, this rush defense, I would highly suggest this one, especially if you are new or if you're kind of a casual player, because if you mastered this one, you will be a lot better off in multiplayer, and you won't have as many rage quit games when people pull rushes on you. So these challenges all are very useful, and this particular video is going to cover the tactical command. So, and as you can see, I've scored gold on all of these and got the solid gold achievement here with a cool little Spectre portrait. So you know that I don't totally fail at this. I'm going to go ahead and start one up here. And when you click one of these, you can see that it has the different ratings. This one is bronze, this one's silver, and this one's gold. The bronze indicates that you have completed the challenge and met the minimum requirements. And the silver and the gold indicate that you've completed the challenge and you've also met some additional requirements. And the requirements are outlined for you when you start the mission. So I'm going to go ahead and click play. I'm going to start up tactical command here. And like I said, this one just covers the basics for Terran counters. And it does involve a little bit of micro if you want to get the gold. But, if you want to get the bronze, you can pretty much just kind of face roll your way through it. So, waiting for this to load. I don't know about you guys, but I've been playing this non-stop. You probably saw I had a boatload of achievement points up there. I've pretty much been playing this non-stop since I got it, with the exception of work. And even then, I've played it a little bit there. But if you work with me, I hope you don't tell my boss. Just kidding, because you probably won't care that much. So I'm going to go ahead and load here, and I'm
Greetings,
going to
Commander.
freeze up.
Your objective in this
listen to the
exercise is to
tutorial
use
and,
limited
introduction.
forces to defend 3 supply depots. The supply depots are widely spaced. You will need to split up your forces to create a guard detail for each one. You should attempt to form groups that will effectively counter the enemy units deployed against them. When you have completed your deployment, press the ready button to proceed.
Alright, so we have our little unit composition. If you just heard me make a little weird noise a second ago, I have been up for a long time and I just took some caffeine. So if I do kind of poorly in my micromanagement or whatever, don't jump down my throat too hard. I probably have it coming, but that's why I'm super tired right now. It's StarCraft, man. I mean, it's StarCraft 2. How can I not be tired from playing it? I mean, I played it so much this week, as I'm sure you guys probably have too. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and shut up and explain this tutorial. You do start out here with your little different unit composition here. Got some Marines, Medevacs, Hellions, one random Ghost, which I will explain a little bit, and a Siege Tank. The objective is to defend this supply depot, this one, and this one from attacks. And the attacks will be coming from inside these bubbles. You see here up in the top left, I do have these Zerglings. Over on the right, we have some Banelings, and down on the bottom left, we have some Mutalisks. So, I'm going to go ahead and split up my forces here appropriately. Marines, you're going to counter the Mutas, and I'm going to lower that depot. I actually like to lower the depots because it helps me micro a little bit better. They don't get in the way. So, anyways, going to go ahead and send the Medevacs down here as well.
On my way.
Going to go ahead and send the Hellions up here, because they will roast the Zerglings like nobody's business. And we are going to go ahead and send the Siege Tank and the Ghost down here. And lower these depots here. Alright, that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and move these Hellions up here so they can start burning as soon as possible. Gonna go ahead and position this siege tank right in front of the depot. Reason I'm doing that is because these banelings, they do a whole bunch of damage, but you'll see most of their damage they do to light units, which the siege tank is not. So the siege tank will actually both shoot its shot cannon at them as they come in, plus with the few that do get in that get past the sniper round, will just attack the siege tank, and it won't really do a whole lot of damage to it. So basically this thing is literally tanking for the depot. And what we have here, we have Marines. I mean, it's pretty much just a straight up counter for the Mutalisks, nothing really to explain there. So I'm going to go ahead and get this started. And we are ready, we have our units in position, so I'm going to click this big old flashy ready button. And we're going to go ahead and start up here. Like I said, this is pretty straightforward, just roasting the Zerglings. Move back, stop, move back, stop. Not too difficult of a fight. Alright, haven't lost anything so far. Round 2, we got the Ghost and the Siege Tank. Gonna go ahead and shoot off a couple rounds. The thing I don't like about the sniper round is it does have a kind of cooldown. He does have to position himself for a second and then shoot it. It'd be a lot more useful, you could just fire, click fire, click fire, click fire. But that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and hit stim back here real quick on these Marines and let these guys heal up real fast. Hopefully the few seconds that the stim is still up will give me some extra damage here, as you see these guys just dropping like flies. Good times are being had. Unfortunately, they are not being had by the Mutalisks. I'm going to go ahead and load up this Marine, because he almost died there. And I lost control, because the round is over. So you see we've lost 5 units. Those were the Marines. Don't be surprised if that's going to happen to you too. The Marines they are kind of weak versus the Mutalisks. So, well, not weak per se, but you know, they don't have a lot of life, so they can't exactly take hits from 10 or 15 Mutalisks for a very long time. So we have some Marines and Medivacs. We got some Martyrs, and we got some Siege Tanks, and once again the Lonely Ghost. Our competition is going to be some Hydras, some Roaches, and an Ultralisk. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and split up with the Siege Tanks down here to combat the Hydras. The Ghost getting pushed out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and send the Martyrs and the Medivacs up to combat the Roaches. And I'm going to send the Marines and the Ghost over to the Ultralisk. Now, with the Siege Tanks, what I like to do is space them out, so that way they're not all bunched up. But more importantly, what this does is I'm actually going to create 2 rows for the tanks. So that way their shots are kind of staggered. And I'm actually going to move this one back some. Because what you don't want to have happen is all your siege tanks bunched up and they all shoot their cannons at one unit, and this one Hydra dies a horrible death, and then the other ones around it really don't take a lot of damage. So, not really